Hey y'all, this is Elizabeth Hart with Hart Family Farms. Today I'm going to show you how to light the Featherman Scalder. You first make sure it's plugged in to the outlet, and then you want to attach to your propane. I don't have it actually attached, but I'm going to walk you through all the steps. And you turn on the propane, with the knob on the top that says open and close. And right now the thing is turned to off. So you want to turn it to pilot. And when you turn it to pilot, you're going to want to push in the button the whole time. And you have to bleed the line because air gets into the line where it's connected to the propane. So you want to hold it down for like at least 30 seconds while you're under here with a long-handled lighter. It's really hard to see under here, but I'll show you basically that you have to lay on the ground to do it. And you push, a feather on me, you push this, you're pushing in the pilot light while you have your thing lit, and you're under here in this hole. You can see how the angle is terrible, but anyways, up in here there's a metal piece that goes straight up, and then there's a metal piece that curves over towards it, and right here is where the flame comes out for the pilot light, and that's where you're going to hold this flame while you're pushing pilot light down. And you'll be able to hear like a blowing sound of the propane starting to blow out of the pilot light. If you don't hear that sound, there's probably a problem with your propane attachment, or you don't have any propane, or it's problem with the propane. There should be a blowing sound while you're bleeding the line. So it's really impossible to show you. But anyways, you lay down right here while you're holding the button. So hold the button down with it on pilot light, and then you light under here. It could help to have two people, one person laying down with the lighter and the other person holding the pilot light. But you bleed it for 30 seconds, and once you can let go of the pilot button and stop doing the lighter, once you can do that and the pilot light remains lit, then you're going to turn the knob from pilot to on. And once you do that, step out of the way, because it's going to ignite and it blows out, a good amount of heat, and you don't want to scorch your hair or anything. So yeah, don't be laying down there once you turn the knob from pilot to light or on. Get out of the way. And it should flame up and make a sound within 5 seconds or so. If it doesn't, then there's a problem. You need to turn it back to off and then begin again with trying to light the pilot light with those same steps I just showed you. Some troubleshooting, if you are trying to light the pilot and it won't stay lit, like when you let go of the button, the flame just goes out, it means you probably haven't bled the line long enough. There's too much air in the line going from the propane to the scalder. You need to bleed it for at least 30 seconds, maybe more. It just depends on how much air is in there. So you'll just need to continue to lay there on the ground, push the pilot light button in on the knob, as well as lighting with this underneath. And you just continue to do that until it can stay lit on its own. Other troubleshooting that I've heard of is it can get soot the pilot light can get sooted underneath, and in that case you would need to flip it upside down and like clean some of the sooting. Another issue that I've run into is if it's a really windy day, you want to probably put your propane tank in front of this hole, because the wind can blow underneath and it'll blow your pilot light out while you're using the thing, and then you realize, oh, the temperature is not hot enough. Oh, it's not even turned on anymore, because it's pretty quiet when just the pilot light's on. So yeah, that's one thing to keep checking, is it still burning underneath? Is the wind blowing it out? Do I need to put something in front of the hole so that wind can't blow under there? Yeah, so those are the things to note. And also, if you just fill it up with cold water, it will take about 2 hours to get up to temperature, up to 150 degrees. So a lot of times, if you're in a hurry, it's good to light some water or heat some water in your turkey fryer and then add it to there if you're in a rush. Or you can fill it up like the day before, and like, it's summertime, that helps it get warmer, and then you would light it the next day, and then it doesn't take so much propane and stuff to get up to temperature. But usually account for 2 hours wait time to get the water up to temperature. And that is how we use the Featherman Scalder. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Thanks.